Man, let the good times roll. We keep getting on this, the three of us, and outside that Jags game, the Broncos keep winning. It has been one hell of a run, and this is the sweetest one yet. The Denver Broncos beat the Buffalo Bills in overtime, 33-30. This game felt like the come up in so many different things. The I don't know thing, the payoff. So many different setups. The getting crushed by the Bills, and you come back and you do this one. You see Riley Moss get screwed on PIs all season long, winning this one on a PI,
and then gets away with it.
You're killing yourself, not able to get any takeaway all season long. The team is racking up sacks, no problem. Can't get a sack to save their lives in this one. Takeaways, no problem. What a crazy performance. This one is one we're going to remember forever. Much like the 2011 Debo win over the Steelers, this one is going to live in Broncos lore for a long, long time. It's a bit of my reaction and scene setter. Joining me to break down what was one football game. Up above me to my left, I've got David Talks Broncos. Find him over at David Talks Buffs as well if you're in the college football scene. And above me to my right, we got Mike Carmelini of Mile High Monsters. Make sure you're getting ready for his big media back tournament extravaganza. I'm sorry,
that's right,
Mike, but that's going to be very exciting. But for now, we're focused on an even more exciting tournament, the NFL playoffs, and the Broncos reaching the AFC Championship, 2 wins away from the Super Bowl. I'm going to stop blabbering now. David, give me your instant reaction to this one, and we're going to get into some minutia here in a second. So just what's your instant reaction here?
My instant reaction is there are franchises that are built to win these games, and there are franchises, there has to be the opposite side. This is a typical Buffalo Bills loss. This is a typical Denver Broncos playoff win, baby. You know, you had the peaks, you had the valleys, but this team never gave up, okay? And some units didn't play their best at certain points or throughout the game, but individual players stepped up all across the team, whether they were big-name players or backups the entire year. This was a collective team win. And I'll leave it at that for now. We're hosting the AFC Championship game next week. Are you serious? None of us would have thought that, man. This team, the fact they beat Josh Allen, man, they can beat anybody. They can beat anybody. I know they can do it. And Broncos, Bo Nix, they all got the right stuff in them. Teams collapse after they give up a 13-point lead. We did not. We punched back. We came down twice and took the lead. How about that?
Oh, man.
Man, it was really, the Knicks had a couple legacy drives where it came down to take the lead, and then in overtime, just wow, awesome stuff. Mike, give me your instant reaction here.
Yeah, first of all, I'm super proud of David, who just did 4 hours of live play-by-play reaction and then still comes out on fire like that. That's what this game does to you. We out Josh Allen. Bo Nix has arrived, just completely smiling, talking smack. Overtime doesn't matter. Nothing phases him. He overcame, we're going to get into it, some bad coaching and some bad decisions, but he came through. And Josh Allen has never won an OT game.
That's
an overtime game. And Bo Nix knows how to do that. So have a safe trip home, Bills. You guys have been great fans, but we're moving on. The Super Bowl goes through Denver, guys. It's amazing. What an amazing, amazing time.
It's very amazing. I am thrilled right now. I'll get to clicking some chats here in a second. We'll have the live chat going in the bottom right. So keep liking it or keep commenting, like and subscribe to support our channels. Links to whichever one you're watching this on, the links to the other channels are in the description below. So check that out. I want to ask Mike, I'll start with you on this. I think this game, obviously it's a classic. but the Broncos getting off the schneid, first playoff win in a decade.
Mhm.
This is gonna live in our minds for a long time. And this game had a lot of moments that I'm sure will be living in it. What is the Demarius Thomas walk-off TD of this game? What is the moment that is going to live in your mind for this game as the play of the game going forward?
You know, it's not quite the CJ Anderson walk-off touchdown run in the snow against the Patriots, but this was the kind of game this was for me. So I'll get to the play in a second, but I told my son, I reminded him when there was talk in the household about, you know, maybe the Bills are just too much, you know, maybe it's just we're not quite there. I remember I brought that game up and I said, you know, that's what we said when the Patriots came to town at the height of their powers, and we took them down, I believe, in overtime to win that game, Zach. And you have the memory that I don't, but I think that was in overtime too. So for me, it was the third down conversion to Court. We were 3rd and 11 or 3rd and 12, had to have it. And Bo threw, and he was throwing dimes all night, and those guys just weren't catching them. I mean, I can't imagine what his numbers would have been. But for me, it was picking up that 3rd down and, gosh, I don't know, trying to find one moment. I guess, you know what? I guess it would have to be J-Mac stealing the ball on the play that seriously could have won the game for the Bills, and we took the ball back and it was over. Game over. We knew it in the house that it was game over at that moment. That's probably the play that I'll never forget, how close they were to winning, and we snatched it right from their hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty awesome. Dave, what stood out to you in this one? If there's a different one, or you can double up.
Yeah, I'm going to go with, hey, you're down. You're down 4 points. The end of the fourth quarter, right? There's less than a minute left on the clock. Okay? Less than a minute on the clock. And you dial up a deep shot to Marvin Mims.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, perfectly thrown from Bo Nix, man. Right when you needed it from him. Okay? Wasn't just dink and dunk. You know, man, we probably didn't need to dink and dunk as much as we did. But when Bo Nix thrown downfield, everything looked good. Everything was going great. And we even got some flags there, you know, in overtime, finally, when he threw downfield. And, you know, imagine that. But that touchdown pass to Marvin Mims, and then Marvin Mims breaks his butt. He's like, ooh, you know, it was just awesome, man. That for him to come down with that catch, and with our wide receivers dropping, everybody made plays. Everybody stepped up and made plays.
I love
it. I'm sorry, Zach. Go ahead.
No. If you want to say something on the Marvin
Mims, man, I just changed my mind. This game got me so flustered. I was standing up to pack up the stuff to come out to the studio, and what was it, 3rd and whatever, and yeah, needed it. A field goal won't do it, and to throw that pass at the pylon over the shoulder to Marvin Mims, who was hobbling around, a fantastic catch, just a perfect pass from Bo Nix. That is the play of the game. I was trying to think of the play that won it, but that actually is another one of there were a few plays that won it, but that is one I will never, ever forget. And to see him hit whatever he hit, and he's laying on the ground holding his back, and they're showing the replay, and I'm like, did he catch it? Did he not catch it? Why are we looking at it 50 times? And he caught it, and wow, what a play. That one goes into the Broncos lore for sure, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I would tend to agree. I got to say, I love that I came up with this question and wanted to open it this way, because we've named 3 plays so far, and one of them were the one I was going to go with. Or I guess just the 2 plays you guys doubled up. But the one I would go with here, that I think I'm going to remember, that Alex Singleton forced fumble. They were on the road to getting laughed out of the stadium, I fear. If Alex Singleton doesn't force a fumble there, they, great opening drive, have to because of the drop. And from that point on, the drop was all Buffalo. They stuff them on third down, force them to settle for 3. Buffalo gets the ball, slice through the Broncos defense like nothing, get a touchdown. Broncos offense goes 3 and out or 4 and out, whatever it was. And then the Bills are just driving down like it's nothing. And I was like, oh my God, this might be 14-3 right here. Over like that. And then Alex Singleton lays a just cracking hit. And Broncos get all. Broncos win. Pretty. I think that that play changed the entire game right there. That's the one. Wow.
It did early in the game. That was the one, Zach, where the Tide was like, "Oh crap!" They came to play. And you know what? Good for Singleton, by the way, who has been in Broncos country doghouse all year and eventually mine. To go out there and make an impactful play was amazing.
Man. Yeah, especially after after Josh Allen had that long run. I'm in my broadcast or whatever, I was like totally crapping on Alex Singleton. I'm like, oh, of course, Josh Allen's able to run right past him.
Well, they didn't even have a plan for him. I mean, we talked about this. Like, if Broncos country, if a couple schmoes like us sit here and talk about how Josh is going to do that, we've got to spy him, we've got to do it, and then to watch it all unfold right in front of us. And I swore, here's where I show how smart I am. I said, there's no way that the Broncos can win in a shootout with these guys. And that's exactly what we did, which is actually super, super cool.
It was amazing. Sorry, yeah. I hope my mic's fixed now. Is it not? Still messing?
I think it sounds good.
I think it's good now. It was just it was clicking in and out and in and out.
Okay, if that keeps happening, please comment, everybody. I'm trying to fix that on my. Anyways.
It just did it.
It's doing it.
Oh, why did the Broncos win this game? Why did they win this game? And I'll go back to tech problems.
David, you go first.
Why did the Broncos win this game? Maybe we can tag team this, Mike.
Are you going to get existential, or are you going to go?
No. Okay. I'll give one reason, but there are a few different.
No,
reasons.
I'd like you to. I like it when you get all existential.
Yeah, go with whatever you want.
I mean, here's the thing. It's because Bo Nix outdueled Josh Allen in a playoff game.
That's right.
Let's talk about that.
That's right.
People don't want to talk about that. The golden boy of the NFL, right below Patrick Mahomes, right? This should be his year. And the Bills lost this game because of Josh Allen. Let's talk about that. Like, he was the reason they lost.
He did. Fumbles, interceptions,
4 turnovers. It's crazy, man. And untimely turnovers. Throwing downfield. Every time Bo Nix threw downfield, it was good for us. Okay, it was great for us. When Josh Allen threw downfield, most likely it was incomplete or it was an interception, man. And shout out to just the secondary, the redemption of PJ Locke, man. This guy was torched last year against Buffalo, coming up with a great interception. We had, Devin Key, a guy that I've crapped on with him playing safety on defense. He comes up with sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I was talking about Bo Nix. Bo Nix threw for 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception, okay? He had 1 bad throw, maybe 2.
That's playoff football.
Yes. And most importantly, he led the drive to give the Broncos the lead at the end of regulation. Now, our defense couldn't stop a nosebleed, but that's okay. He did what he was supposed to do.
He did. He did more than he was supposed to do, according to Sean Payton's game plan, because Sean was still turtling, went way too early, and it didn't work. And that's what cost us 3 points in the third quarter, why we only got 3 points, and the Bills got 13. Our defense was a sieve, and here we are running little plays and little screens and little handoffs and going 3 and out. That's coming, and then fourth quarter Bo, where Sean's going to just throw it up and say, all right, I guess go do it. I don't know why he's so hesitant to do it, because it just works all the time. It always works. I mean, we can say it always works because it does. He's literally won every time we've asked him to. Now, that Jags game wasn't in range for us, for Bo to win it. But David, every time, well, it wasn't, Zach. I saw you about to.
It got out of range because he was throwing
early
interceptions.
What's that?
It got out of range because he was throwing those interceptions. But
he's been at fault getting it out of range too. But when he's let the reins off, he's been able to come back from his mistakes and everybody else's and win the game for us. And tonight was a prime example of Bo just putting the game on his shoulders and winning the game for us. And nobody's taking that away from me tonight. I want a little gold star on my shirt. I want to wear one for Bo.
I'm with you guys. I think Bo might have been the biggest reason. I think he struggled when they made that adjustment and started throwing more pressure at him. I think, the run game wasn't there at all tonight, and that's a big problem. But
no,
Bo just, I think, kind of turtled when that adjustment happened, and I think it's part of the reason why the offense got stuck in the muck for that period of the game. But for the most part, he was nails. I mean, that opening drive from Bo is flawless. He's balling out of his mind. Then he had like the 0-6 stretch for a second, but then he got dialed right back in. At the end of half, I wanted to say I guess again, it's kind of a moment, but how they ended the first half, this game, like it's the Singleton forced fumble into a score to make it 10-7. Then you get, I'm totally mixing up my scores, but you get the score to make it 17-7, get yourself a 10-point lead going into the half.
20-10.
Yes,
20-10.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nick, you get the touchdown to go up 17-10, and then Nick Benito forces a crazy fumble on Josh Allen. Oh my God, they almost didn't recover it, but they fall on it, get the 3 points, and I mean, they needed every single point this game, obviously, with it going to overtime. So I thought, man, they just made plays. I think that's it. Like it was players making plays in this one when they needed it. Like the offense got backed into a corner and did not have good answers, and it was just like, hey, Marvin Mims, save us on this one. Hey, Bo Nix, save us on this. RJ Harvey, save us on this little check down here. And enough of those guys made the big play to make. Just awesome effort.
You hit it on the head. I guess another way to put it was like the players were bailing out the coaches. That Harvey caught a couple balls that were just bad calls, blown up, and he just willed his way for 12 yards. For first downs, and Bryant catching everything in sight. Of course, he goes out again, which was terrible, but. You're right. I mean, it was individual efforts from a number of different players that made the difference. We didn't out-scheme or out-coach anybody in this game, from what I saw.
Chiefs fans are celebrating this Broncos victory because they don't
of course they are.
Josh Allen to have success. That's funny. It honestly, I'd rather you not be happy, Chiefs fan. It kind of dampens it for me. Just oh man. Well, okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize there's like a lot of Chiefs Kingdom that like
hates that,
resents the Bills, which I don't understand
because they always beat them.
Yeah.
Why do they hate them?
Yeah. So they're like, we can't have the Bills ever win a Super Bowl over the Broncos. Really, man, you got your priorities.
It's probably just tonight. It's probably just for tonight, and then they'll go back to hating us. We're like, they probably just did. Now that we mentioned them, they're like, what was I thinking? Yeah, I hate you guys.
No kidding. But thanks for the $2. Man, shout out to the chat. It is red hot, right?
Let's go.
I'll try and do a better job of highlighting these. Just an awesome game. I want to get into before we. This might steer negative. It might be positive. There'll be a mix of positive at least. So I'll do this before I think things get a little more negative because I mainly want this to be positive. This is the best Broncos win in a decade. Thankfully, we've gotten to say that a lot this year. But this is a couple tiers above the others, I think. Where are we at? Let's start with, I think, what will be less controversial. We got into it some there. Where are we at with Bo Nix in this one? How do we feel he played? Mike.
I think.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, David. I totally screwed you, Dave. I'm the worst. Sorry, David. You start. I feel bad.
Well,
now.
I think he played. I think he played pretty good. I think he played pretty good football. Yeah, aside from a couple throws.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was okay.
with Sean Payton, when he would be aggressive with Bo Nix, it would work out, man. Like you guys were pointing out, when we kind of turtled and started throwing all this stuff at the line of scrimmage, dude, all that stuff was just a disaster. And I do want to give him credit too, because I think Pat Bryant was going to be a huge part of this game plan.
Yeah, he was.
You could tell that, man, this man was going to terrorize the Buffalo secondary. And we lost him on the first drive. That first touchdown pass that Lil Jordan Humphrey dropped, that was for Pat Bryant.
Yes.
That was for Pat Bryant. This is a totally different game if we keep Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin's healthy, man. So for Bo Nix to still dial in the way that he did after losing two of his top weapons, I think that was substantial. But where he got into trouble was, I think, again, throwing stuff at, close to the line, the tip passes start to happen, the interception off of Deion Walker, man, that was insane. But when he got time to go downfield, it paid off for us.
Yeah. Totally. God, man, I'm so in shock right now that we lost Bryant, who, like David said, that was one of the points I was going to make. He was obviously going to be the focal point of the game. They found a weakness and they were going to exploit it. And I've always wanted Sean to do that, do something until they stop it. There was no way they were going to cover Bryant tonight. He was going to be the one that was going to be open. And I think the first three passes or first three plays went to him and all worked. And I saw the hit. I saw him laying there and I was like, oh, concussion. Right. He's right back in concussion protocol. And to overcome that, my God, little Jordan Humphrey, you can't have a better pass. I mean, just right through your hands than that one. He still owes us another touchdown, even though he caught one later. He still owes us one more on top of that. So next week in the AFC Championship game, I'm saying that in the AFC Championship game that we will be hosting, by the way, chat. He'll probably be playing.
Yeah, getting J.K. Dobbins back this next week. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Would be massive at the least, getting him back for the Super Bowl. They need some semblance of the run game to return. I overall was really happy with Bo Nix in this game, and I think this will transition us. I know we normally lump Peyton and Bo in together, but this is going to transition me nicely into the other side of the ball, which is it's crazy we're having to rely on the offense, frankly. Like, this is Bo Nix's second season, second career playoff start. Not be going, Bo, put the team on your back, please. And that's the spot the Broncos are in because they can't run the ball without J.K. Dobbins right now. This is the worst run is going to see the rest of the season. And I know they didn't run the ball enough. Very true. But they also just couldn't run the ball. And then the defense, where my real concerns lie, like, man, gave up 2.7 points per drive. Worst in the NFL have put over an entire season. They played like a bottom 5 defense tonight, in spite of the 4 takeaways. I think everyone will highlight the 4 takeaways and go, well, that should be enough. Normally that's enough because 5, you're right. 5. Normally that's enough because if a defense gets 5 takeaways in offense, 9 times out of 10, the offense is inept and or the defense is hyper elite playing out of its mind. It's like a Nathan or a 2015 Broncos or both colliding together to create a 5 turnover mess. That's not the case. The Bills scored every single drive where they didn't turn the ball over. They did not punt a single time. They did not have a single turnover on downs. They scored or they turned over every single drive. And again, in spite of 5 takeaways, the Bills scored 2.7 points per drive, which would be like offense, horrific defense. And the takeaways weren't like
wow, what crazy disguised coverage. Wow, that really fooled Josh Allen. He didn't know what was going there. Singleton making a crazy play. Nick Benito making 2 crazy plays. PJ Locke making a crazy interception. Jaquan McMillan making a crazy interception. It was players putting Vance Joseph and the defense back to make plays. And we're now, this trend we saw, the Bills just going up and down the field on the Broncos, moving the ball at will for most of this game. That's a trend we've seen for a month and a half now. And honestly, more than that, it's a trend at the end of these seasons. Every single year, Vance has been the defensive coordinator. And it's not like they're lacking for talent on that side of the ball. So I'm overall very happy with this team. But as I start looking forward to next week, man, I trust this defense to get stops against the Patriots. And I think it's impossible to bank on getting 5 takeaways every week. So I need more Vance. I need to see more from the defense. I'm at the point where, frankly, I don't want Vance Joseph back. I hope he gets hired away so I get the 2 third-round picks. If he doesn't get hired away, I'm sorry, man. Time for you to continue your image rehab elsewhere. Jim Leonard's getting promoted because he can take this defense to the next level. Vance has done great with this defense, rebuilding it and all that. It's, I think, clear to me he has a low ceiling, like as a coach, and we keep in it. At the end of every year, sorry guys, that's my rant. It's been driving me crazy all game. Am I way off base here, David? I'll start with you. Am I way off base here, or are you more or less with me?
No, I'm flip flopping. You know, like going back a few months, I'm like, we can't let Vance Joseph out the door, man. I hate that this is becoming a trend, and this was inexcusable. This was inexcusable. I think, like you said, we had players stepping up and making plays on defense, man. We got elite talent on this defense, man. The way they played the run, inexcusable. Just getting bodied. Some of the dumb pass rush, dropping, rushing 2, rushing 1, rushing 3. What are we doing? Okay. And then, can we talk about the linebacker situation?
Get into it.
Why was Dre Greenlaw essentially not on the field the entire game until overtime?
Because his hammy or his quad or whatever it is.
Did they report on that during the game?
I don't believe that. Why? I don't get the rationale there, because, okay, if it is the hamstring, why is he playing throughout the game? Because it was intermittent. It wasn't a lot of snaps, but I saw him some in the first quarter. I saw him some in the second half. I saw him obviously in overtime. Like, there's not a gap where I'm like, oh, the hammy seized up, so he missed half the, like that would be understandable to me. From the first snap of the game, it was Sternad and Singleton. They just sprinkled Greenlaw in. Why is that? If it is so hurt he can't play, like, are you really getting that much out of the 10 snaps? And he played well on those snaps, but like, what? It just doesn't make sense to me. It seems to me. Oh man, is my mic crashing?
I think you might need to clear your memory or upgrade your internet or something.
Oh, here's what I take over for me, please.
Here was my thought with Greenlaw, David. I'll have to go back and look to make sure, but it felt like they brought him in on quote unquote obvious running downs, like somewhere where he wouldn't have to, run off. I don't know. I can't understand. If they were going to, remember we talked about this, like if they were going to like do a reshuffle with the linebackers, then it would be Sternad and Greenlaw. Certainly not Singleton and Sternad. So if it wasn't for health, I don't understand what else it could be. I don't understand what else that could be. So maybe he just kept telling them, I'm okay. It's a little tight. We don't know, but we'll find out, because somebody's going to have to ask that question. Mike Bliss or somebody.
Having Alex Singleton out there in those passing downs, it was rough.
Well, on the one that was wide open, that play was dead from the beginning, because Alex was trying to change the coverage in the middle, and then they ran it, and he just totally screwed it up. There was no way he was covering that. It's no mystery that Singleton's not covering anybody out of the backfield. But this defensive struggle today, it was their inability to stop the run. more than anything. And guys, don't worry, we're going to get into all the good stuff and our MVPs and our stars, and we're going to look ahead to the big the championship game. Don't worry, but we gotta vent too, right? Because everybody that was watching this game, tell me you weren't screaming at VJ when they hadn't punted until overtime. David, that was ridiculous. They only stopped themselves.
Dude, they didn't punt in overtime. They didn't even punt in overtime. He threw an interception.
Oh, I thought they punted once.
No.
Did they not punt? Oh my
I don't
God,
think so.
not one punt. I thought they had to punt one time, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no.
Well, let me check the stats here.
I don't think they punted a single time.
No, that's pathetic, man. You play an overtime game and you can't get.
They did no Buffalo punting, not one punt.
Right.
That's disgraceful.
Thankfully, we got some elite players making elite plays.
And on the Greenlaw thing, I know we've been talking for, just to respond to this comment, we've been talking for a while. Is someone make a face if my mic's not okay? We've been talking for a while about Greenlaw snap count. It's seemingly not a health problem. Whenever Vance Joseph's been asked about it, he says like it's still about him catching up
Communication
with the defense. Like at a point, unless he's completely mentally lost, you need.
How are
to
you
be
mentally
planning.
lost in this defense?
But Zach, David,
I know what is there.
You
to get
know
about
that Sean Payton never says what he means.
No, I'm talking about Vance Joseph. And again, like coaches could be
Vance
lying.
says that. Well,
but
maybe
this isn't.
I don't know.
But this isn't a thing to lie about. Like, what's the cover up? He actually is hurt. Well, okay, why are you not saying that? Because that would actually make sense. Like, oh, hey,
Yeah,
he's on a pitch count. We're worried about the hammy, so we're only playing.
So you don't. The other team doesn't know he's hurt. I don't know.
But okay, if we're worried, okay, the team might target this guy because he's a little hurt. If the other team thinks he has no idea what the hell his job is, don't you think they might also target him?
I think they might.
So I just.
Hey, why don't we just fire VJ before next week, promote Leonard, and we won't have to talk about any of this stuff.
Honestly, I'd let him. I'd be like, hey, Van, you know what? You've done such a good job.
Yeah.
You can interview. We will just, because I want those 2 third-round picks. I won't fire him. We're gonna buck trends here. Interview with Arizona. Hey, if you want to take that job, don't let us get in your way, man.
No, I got one even better. Give him the fake
like,
play call and let him talk into the mic so everybody thinks he's calling him, and have Leonard in the back going, all right, we're gonna run.
Yeah,
let's run quarters here, Mac. I want you to blitz off the right, and just let him save face, because that was a disgraceful. If it were not for my MVP of the game, we would have lost that game. Here comes the good stuff, guys. Get ready.
Okay, we got through that.
And your mic is good now.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. All right. We got, is there any other ickiness you guys griping? We can talk about the good stuff on defense in a second. Is there any other griping about the defense you guys are wanting to get off your chest? Mike, go.
Well, it wasn't going to be defense, other than PS2 had a rough go for a little bit. But I don't know what his injury status was after that. Looked like either re-injured the pec or hurt his shoulder or whatever. There were open receivers running around. Josh just did not hit him. So, I mean, that would be my last gripe. They just could have run the ball the whole game and probably won. The way they were, I mean, if they would have just kept handing the ball off every play, or Josh Allen running, think about it. Not one pass, probably not one punt. They would have won the game. Like, we could not stop. And then on the perimeter, like, I don't know which one of you guys brought this up, or maybe it was Colin, but it was like all this talk about how the Bills were vulnerable on the perimeter. They sure showed us how vulnerable we were on the perimeter, because that toss play was working like a charm. I mean, they just had tons of room out there. So that would be my last complaint about the defense. And I do have one complaint about the offense that I'll get to, and then I'll get back to my positive self, because I'm super excited.
Yeah, David, any final defensive gripes you want to get out?
No, I think I only got positives left. Well, I will say this. So you got to give the defense credit. Yes. We had individual players step up when we needed them the most, but schematically, personnel grouping, decision making, it was not good today.
No, it wasn't, and a lot of it wasn't good on defense today. I guess the final note I'll throw here again before we get a little more positive would be just some stats. Why is this only offense? Never mind. I'll find the defensive stats and maybe mention them later. But I want to find the success rate. Oh, here it is. It'll just be whatever the Bills did on offense. Duh, that'll be the Broncos defensive stats. Okay, the Bills had 53% rushing success rate. That would be best in the NFL.
That's astronomical.
The entire season. It is ridiculous. Like if you have a 47% rushing success rate, you're doing pretty well for yourself. Just torched the Broncos. Passing attack was a little more lackluster. They did a good job against the drop back pass game. It was 0.1 EPA per pass. Allen with his scrambling helped boost that some, but really it was the run game and their inability to stop that killed them. They allowed, again, a successful run more than half the time. I did see a lot of comments about the 2-man rush here in the chat, so I'll at
When
least
does the 2-man rush ever work?
Probably not. Drop 9 is a bridge too far for me. I wouldn't have minded drop 8 or something. In those moments, it's a nice knuckleball. Like, I'm going to be very critical of Vance here. That is one call I didn't hate. We saw, like, the reason the Bengals upset the Chiefs in the AFC Championship was they started running a lot of drop 8 as a weird curveball, and it totally short-circuited Mahomes for a half. So just randomly, like, hey, it's a 4th down. We think you're dropping back here. They had like one of the D linemen spying, which I actually like because you need a big dude to spy Josh Allen for it to be effective.
They're bouncing off him like pinballs.
Yeah, they almost, I will say, it almost worked, and then somehow he found the hole in the cover. That's the one thing. If you are going to drop 9, I better not see them like convert because they found the hole in the zone. There should not be a hole in the zone.
Right.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a hole in the zone, and the spy shouldn't be sitting there at the first down marker waiting for Josh to make his move, because as soon as he takes the first step, you're burned. He should have been coming downhill then, because it opened up like the Red Sea, and it was like, oh, the 2 rushers were gone, and there was just nothing but green in front of them and too much space between those 2. I didn't like that call. I thought that they held in the end zone. It should have been a safety and won the game, but we won the game. So yeah, champs.
Yeah, I want to be clear. This will become clear when we get to our stars of the game. I'm not down on the defense as a whole, because man, some players put the team on their back today, like Benito out of his damn mind. Like Zach Allen didn't fill up the box score, but him constantly, and Roach constantly pushing the pocket, changed this game. Hufanga was awesome. Like, there were not even the guy, like, obviously all the guys who played a hand in those takeaways that the Broncos don't win the game without all 5 of those. Those guys were stars, but then like Hufanga didn't have a role in a takeaway. He was massive today. Just a lot of dudes played. Riley Moss had a great game today. I thought PS2 was weirdly off, but a lot of players on this Broncos defense shined and came through. That to me is different than the coordinating of the defense, which is, to me, really bad. It was like wide open receivers all over the place, gashing you with the run every time, unless someone put the team on their back and made a game-changing play. And that is, I think, a poor recipe to bank on. Going into the offense now, and I will try and finish up these gripes quick to get back to the positive. You guys, I don't think I have anything different to say from you guys. David, where are you at with the offense and Sean Payton's job in this one?
Sean Payton, good. He was good. He could have been better, man. Again, staying aggressive. I would have liked to see that in the 3rd quarter. I will give him credit. I'm really glad we punted that ball. I felt like that was the right decision there, kind of like in the 4th quarter, right? You're right on the fringe of Will Lutz's field goal range. I thought that was the right decision. So that was like the one conservative move I was like really good with. But again, maybe I'm making excuses for Sean Payton, but I want to give him credit. Again, I think that Pat Bryant was going to be a big part of this game. You had Troy Franklin go out early too. He had to adjust with what they were going to do on offense after losing 2 primary receivers in this game. And okay, it took 5 turnovers in overtime, but you put up 33 points, okay? You put up 33 points and we won. So it's all, water under the bridge.
Man, I like how you put that. It is ultimately water under the bridge, even if it was frustrating. Mike, before I start ranting again, where you mentioned you had a gripe or two about the offense. What did you want to add?
A lot of them are just like David's. It's crazy. We only put up 3 points in overtime, so we did put up 30 points in the regular game, which is you should win every game with a quote unquote great defense. 30 points should be plenty to get it done at home with that crowd going crazy, all those fumbles. But I guess if I'm going to gripe about Sean a little bit, it would be, I warned about this. I tweeted it out right at the beginning of the third quarter, was now is not the time to turtle. And that's what he did, clearly. And it could have cost him the game. So I'm not stuck up on Sean here, but at the end of the day, his willingness to say, okay, that's not working. Let's go get some points. And they did. Throwing the ball downfield, he was, Bo was hunting at the end, throwing deep, big, like sky balls. Kind of weird coming from Bo. You don't see that too often. He's playing for a 50-50 ball or a pass interference. And guess what? He got him. And it worked, and it won us the game. So not going to be too hard on Sean. He said he's getting old and he gets conservative. He starts thinking about what could go wrong. He doesn't have that. You can't do that when you're playing against Josh Allen and the Bills late in the game. And he did come through there at the end with his play calling. So I'm not too down on him, but if we're talking about just Sean, that would be my take on that. It was okay.
Okay, Carter's saying it now. I thought people were trolling. This might. Oh no, dude. Is this real?
Bo broke his ankle.
Let me see if I can find this from like a real.
It's not in my Discord.
I'm seeing it all over the place. Bo Nix is out for the season with a broken bone.
It's real. From Ari Mayrov, sleeper. Yeah, it's official. Broke his ankle. He's out for the year. When did that happen? He won that game on a broken ankle. That's insane.
He won last year on a broken back.
Oh God!
Well,
I'm curious when that happened. That makes his performance even more spectacular. Gosh, I think we have to immediately react to that. That is incredibly heartbreaking. Yeah, the roughing play, probably the roughing the passer play. God.
Oh, so the 15 yards that set up the. Oh my gosh.
Man. Okay, so that's a crusher. I will say, Jarrett Stidham looked great in the preseason.
Oh jeez, here we go.
I mean, that's where we're at. It's not going to be Bo Nix playing.
No, it's not.
So, and that sucks. Bo's been playing out of his mind the last couple months. He has been playing like a top 10 quarterback. I think Jarrett Stidham can replicate some of that. I don't know if it'll be at the consistent. I don't think you'll have the Bo Nix magic we've seen in the fourth quarter. But I think he can point guard the offense adequately. I do think he's one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But man, asking him to outscore that Patriots attack
or score against that Texans defense.
Exactly. Either ask is going to be very impossible. God, that is
so. Zach, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you now. If Stiddy's our quarterback, which team do you prefer?
Gosh, that's
got to be the Texans, right? Low scoring game.
Yeah, you need a low scoring game and I don't think you can trust this offense realistically.
Because if Dobbins is back,
score 40 with Stidham, and I think the defense. Like if you play the Patriots are getting 30 plus on you. I would be surprised if that wasn't the case. Maybe it's not, Patriots are probably scoring 30 plus on you. I don't know if Stidham's scoring 30 plus on that Patriots defense, which isn't elite, but they impressed last week. I think they're at least mediocre. I think you need it to be the Texans now because you can slop up CJ Stroud, keep it low scoring. But man, that really sucks. I will say at least it's
gut
an
punch.
ankle and not like a ACL or something. He should be back starting next season, no problem. But God, that is sickening. I see the comments, everyone saying broken heart or I feel sick, all that, and I think I'm in lockstep. David, what's your reaction here?
Dude, screw Tom Pelissero, man. You're an asshole. Let us enjoy this.
You couldn't break that 15 minutes from now.
Yeah. Got to be first.
Man. You know what? I'm speechless. Bo Nix, 26 of 46, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, game-winning drives. Home AFC Championship game will now be the Josh Stidham show.
Jared Stidham.
Jared Stidham.
Oh, Bo. Yeah, Sean Payton announced it.
I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so that's tough.
That's really tough. Man, and right when they get JK back, the Broncos can't have a good passing game and run game at the same time. The moment Bo gets his head out of his ass, JK Dobbins is injured for months, and then the moment they're about to have JK Dobbins back, they lose Bo. Man, that's going to be. I hate to be a bummer.
Yeah.
I will say I don't think this is like, well, the season's over.
No, it's not the end. No,
I don't know if they can win the Super Bowl with Jared Stidham. I think they can win one more game. We'll see. Man, that is brutal. I think this will be a sliding doors moment, unless Stidham pulls his Nick Foles impression and they win the Super Bowl. I think this will
happened
be a
before.
Sliding doors moment in Broncos history. Just like, man, they were 2 wins away from the Super Bowl. What would have happened if they didn't have to go to their backup quarterback?
I'll tell you what, I would feel a lot better if Franklin was healthy.
Or Bryant.
If Troy Bryant.
Yeah, we have no weapons. God, I didn't even think about that.
Or Pat Bryant. I mean, the weapons are depleted. And now with Bo Nix. Now, I will say this. On the bright side, we made it to the AFC Championship game, and we have a chance to win that at home. Jared Stidham is, as you said, one of the finer backup quarterbacks in the league. He can run that system. He's not going to pull out a miracle at the end, not that I've seen from him. But I'm not giving up on the season, but this is about as – this is tough. Bo Nix was well, we'll get into the MVPs of the game. You know who mine's going to be if I go first. If not, it's not going to be our running game. Do we even need to touch on that?
I need to head actually into the office here shortly. And
okay.
The Bo Nix thing really puts a damper on anything. David, is there anything else you want to add before we get to our stars of the game and maybe end this one on a positive note?
My heart's broken.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so sad. This is not. Are you sure you can't play on it?
Exactly.
Play on a cast.
Are you sure? Are you sure you can't? Are you sure you can't be good here in like 2 weeks?
Is there 2 weeks?
Or
is it
3
2
weeks? Right.
Oh, you mean for the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, for the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Come
Probably
on,
not
man.
Broken ankle. I mean, if a high ankle sprain is weeks.
Dude, we saw John Elway play his whole career without an ACL. We saw Phillip Rivers play in games without an ACL.
I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I wouldn't get my hopes.
Well, they said he's out for the season. He's out for the season.
They're reporting it as out for the season. I think he's probably done.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, I'm devastated. This sucks, man. I was so high. I was thinking we were good.
Well,
dude, what? I just want to know exactly what happened.
We're going to find out.
Yeah.
Ad nauseum. It's going to be everywhere.
Kiss it, man.
Because what else are we gonna, what else are we gonna say about that? It is what it is. We know as much as we know. It sucks. It's gonna be Jared Stidham going forward. We all know what that means. I do think he could win a game. I think you run against like the Rams or the Seahawks, though, you're probably screwed. But I think he could beat the Texans, maybe the Patriots. Let's stars of the game. They're saying it was the play where he kneeled it to set up Lutz. How did he get a season?
Did you see how they collapsed the pocket around him on an obvious kneel down? I thought that looked really messy, and I do remember thinking, "Wow, that was really aggressive by the defense to come in there." And maybe he got stepped on by one of the offensive players, would be my guess. If it's a broken, I mean, at the ankle, yeah, he's 10 weeks
Dirty.
before he's
Dirty. If that's the case, man.
Yeah, that's dirty. There goes
I
my
hate
blood for the Bills.
Yeah. All right.
It's gone.
Yeah, that really blows.
Yeah.
All right. Stars of the game. I guess we can keep it on the Bo Nix track. I know that's going to be your pick, Mike. Take it away.
Yeah, Bo Nix, guys. There'll be no more Bo Nix slander on any of my channels. We can do them on yours, but that's our franchise quarterback now. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I wasn't going to do that this year. I was going to wait till next year. But you know, I'm not talking about big contracts or anything yet, but he's done everything that I want from a franchise quarterback for the Broncos. He loves the team. He puts in all the work. He's clutch. He just doesn't get shook. He's out there breaking ankles, including his own. So yeah, I love the guy. He's my MVP of the game. I'm just a little heartbroken right now because I thought that this was the toughest game we had remaining to get to the Super Bowl, and we won it. So yeah, we're gonna have to reload and get behind Stiddy and see what happens. But clearly, there was no one else that in my book. At least not on offense that I could point to as my MVP. So,
it was before the Mims DPI.
So it was on that roughing, is what we're saying, or was it the play before that? Are we saying it was on that play before the DPI or on an earlier play?
the roughing penalty was just a push to the ground, so I wouldn't have seen that. We're just gonna have to wait and find
We'll
out.
have to figure it out later.
Yeah.
It's hard for us as we're going live. But I'm with you. I thought this was an awesome performance from Bo. I think he, showed you really over the last 2 months that this is a guy you can keep building around. It's going to be bittersweet now, but I put out an article on KOA, Friday.
Yeah, it was great.
Looking at Bo Nix, comparing him to the other quarterbacks in the postseason, and season long, he's kind of middle of the pack. But over the last 2 months, he looks like one of the best quarterbacks in the postseason. I do think that's a guy you can build around. I want him to work on his footwork. So hopefully that ankle's healed up quick so he can devote a lot of the offseason to that. But you've seen enough, I think, as a Broncos fan, to feel pretty optimistic going forward. Strong performance from him today, 0.17 EPA per dropback. I think I mentioned that. That would be like on par with I'm trying to pull it up, like Joe Burrow this year. Actually a little better. Joe Burrow was 0.16. So he played really well this game, but man, what a sad end to Bo Nix's season. Hopefully it's not the end of the Broncos season.
He walked off the field on his own. Obviously,
to me, that sounds not broken.
Grimacing. So no, it's broken. That's broken. But for the season, not officially. You can say that all you want, guys, but we don't know. Maybe we get past this in 3 weeks from now. He can make it happen. Let's stay positive.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible because people are saying in the chat, it looks like recovery is typically when Richie Rich is commenting 5 to 7. I Googled, I found 4 to 8. Super Bowl's 3 weeks away. I wouldn't bet on it, obviously, but I mean, we saw what Patrick Mahomes played through. Yeah, that's.
Dude, I taped that shit up. I saw that. I'm with you, man.
That's right.
Adrenaline is nuts. Can't believe Bo played through that. What a that is one thing for the Bo Nix legacy drives. If he made those game-winning throws with a season-ending ankle injury, that goes in Broncos lore for a long time.
Broken back last year, broken ankle this year. That's our guy. That's my guy anyway.
Tough dude. David, who's your star of the game?
Screw it.
Yeah, we're all done. All
Screw
right.
it all. See you next
Frank,
year.
I'll go Tide, man. We've talked about all the big guys, but I want to
Yeah.
shout out Frank Crum.
I like it.
Yeah, you know, he caught our first touchdown, man.
If he didn't
Helped
catch it,
settle
we
us
lose.
down.
Mhm.
That was a fun one. And I will say we complained about Peyton's play calling in the second half, which I think is deserved. He needed to run the ball more. But man, the first half was like a masterclass, and overtime was pretty damn great for him too. Like why I'm more upset with VJ than Sean than in this one is I saw the offense have great answers all first half. At the end of the fourth quarter, in overtime, like they go three and out on the first drive, but that's 2 Sutton drops. I'm not blaming the play calling for that. They had answers throughout the game. Even if there was a really ugly lull in the middle, the defense never had any answers. And that's more frustrating to me. The only answers I guess they did have, transitioning into my star, were defenders making just crazy plays. My star of the game, every single defender who played a role in a takeaway. The Broncos needed all 5. And like Nick Benito, if I had to just pick one, Nick Benito, because I think he had
strip sack
too. The strip sack was sweet. Yeah, because he had the strip sack and he had the one where he like knocked it out while Allen was scrambling.
He had both of those,
right? Yeah, he hit him in the back, and then he had the one when Allen was scrambling at the end.
Okay,
yeah.
So he had 2, so he gets the cake for me. But Singleton, deserving of a mention. Like I think his turnover was the one that changed the game the most. And then I think like the most physically impressive turnovers would have been the Locke one and the Jaquan McMillan one. So I can't pick amongst that group. He, even with the recovery, deserves some love. Everyone who played a hand in those takeaways, my star of the game, they put the defense on their back single-handedly.
Great call out. And Zach, David, Adam Schefter on the second to last play of overtime. Broncos QB Bo Nix fractured a bone in his right ankle. He is scheduled to have surgery Tuesday in Birmingham, Alabama. Sean Payton saying, we felt it was best to tell everyone now.
Damn.
So surgery, so he'll be out. He will not be back.
Nick Foles moment, like Wumpus Lumpus is saying in the comments. Man, that's a killer. David, do you have any business you got to tend to?
Hey, I want to shout out Kalshi, man. Kalshi, I don't know if I'm gonna go bet on the Broncos next week, but maybe I will by the time next week rolls around. Kalshi, sponsor of David Talks Broncos, guys. If you're looking to bet on the playoffs a little bit, get over there. Links in the description. Use the code DTB for a $10 bonus when you deposit 10. It's awesome. Thanks to Kalshi for sponsoring the channel. Thanks to my friends for allowing me to read this. Kalshi's fantastic. And hopefully Jarrett Stidham is next week as well. But, man, I'm sad.
Bummer.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm trying to double check this really quick. Okay, it's true about 98. I know it's true about 2015. Let me make sure it's true about 97. It's not true about 97. Okay, well, we'll still make do. In 2 of the 3 seasons, the Broncos won a Super Bowl. The backup quarterback had to start a game, at least one game. The only one where that wasn't the case was 97. Brister only attempted 9 passes.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, he did play all the games.
He started 4 games in 99, and then of course you have Osweiler starting in 2015.
But they didn't play in the playoff games. Oh wait, Osweiler played. Did he? No, he started the San Diego game. Yeah, and then Peyton came in.
All right, everybody, check out David Talks Broncos, David Talks Buffs as we try and figure out what all this means. He's going to have great coverage for you over there, also on the Buffs too, if you're a CU fan. Check out Mile High Monsters with Michael Carmelini. He's going to have his awesome media tournament coming up shortly. That's always like some of the best content in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mic'd up. Oh, so that's still got the mic'd up name. Cool.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
I just want to make sure I got my branding right. Everyone check out that. It's absolutely awesome. And if you're familiar with one of those 2 or both of those guys, but not me, check us out over at Let's Talk Bronco. Oh, I never changed the logo. I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't thinking. Check us out over at Let's Talk Broncos.
No, that's fine.
articles coming out on the website, letstalkbroncos.com. We got a mock draft out, so check that. And then we also, what else? We'll have Mario back on Tuesday. Joey Bree and I will react to what this AFC Championship is looking like without Bo Nix on Wednesday. Whew. Until next time, everybody.
Man.
Let's go Broncos. And